on.
Those two guys.
Wow! Are you kidding me? Craziest thing I've ever seen in 1,000 fights.
Welcome back once again to Those Two Guys MMA Review. He's Matt Saunders.
He's what? Kevin Wire. He's some guy.
He
just doing
forgot my
podcasts.
name. Yeah. All right. We are here to discuss UFC 251 from Fight Island. Yes, Island.
In Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
In 19 different names.
Exactly. It's a
For it.
long name for a pay-per-view card.
It is.
So,
That's-
and we're going to discuss the co-main event, aka now the main event.
Yeah, might possibly be the
Might
main
possibly
event.
be the
Yeah.
main event. So for those of you who don't know, Gilbert Burns tested positive for the COVID.
He popped for COVID.
Popped for COVID. Yeah. USADA got him for COVID.
Yeah. So,
So,
Nowitzki suspended him for 2 weeks.
so yeah, this fight between Max Holloway
And
and Alexander Volkanovski for the title at 145.
Yep.
Yes, sorry.
Right. He put a question mark.
I
on
did.
that,
It was a
but
question
you're
mark.
Right.
It is now currently is the main event of
Yes.
the pay-per-view.
They are in negotiations right now.
Yeah, definitely with Masvidal
With Masvidal
and maybe Covington.
Colby Covington. So,
So-
they may, by the time this video drops, that may
happen.
They may jump in there as the main event with Usman.
Right.
But as of right now,
Yeah,
yeah,
and we'll discuss that on a separate video.
we'll do a separate video on
Yeah.
that.
So, but right now we're talking about a crazy rematch.
This was the fight for me on the whole card. This is the one I'm looking forward to the most.
Yep.
This will be the one where I'm like sweating,
Where he gets nervous and gets
nervous,
the jitter leg.
Get the jitter on my leg, and I can't wait for this fight.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a rematch, and just two of the top dudes in
Yeah.
the division.
Absolutely. Skill wise, yeah, these two are the best.
Yep.
The best featherweights that they have right now. Holloway was a champ for a long time. Everybody was saying, after he beat Aldo twice, like he's
the GOAT of the division.
Yeah, he's the man. He's
Yep.
going to be holding that title forever. And,
Yeah, I mean, he's fought the who's who of
yeah,
that division. So
and had some of the best performances you'll ever see.
oh yeah,
inside the
some
octagon.
super
Like,
highlight performances.
If you want to watch just a crazy fight, him and Brian Ortega, that's like
Oh,
one of
yeah.
the craziest fights. Just he landed, I want to say, like in the third or fourth round in that fight, he landed 130 significant strikes.
Yeah,
He just came out and was like, I'm just going
to Ortega's face.
Yeah, to his face.
Yeah,
Pretty much to his face, and that's it.
yeah. Was it like the Lamas fight? Where was it that fight where he was like pointing at the
Oh,
the last 10
10 or
seconds? He's
15
just
seconds,
like
yeah.
right here, and they slugged it out.
Yeah, and they just started swinging.
So those
I mean,
are some highlight
He's
moments.
He's a fighter. Holloway's a fighter, and he's one of my favorite fighters to watch. I just think he's just a phenomenal fighter. But
Yeah, and it's weird to say like he's still coming up because he's fought so much, but he's still young still.
yeah, I think he came into the UFC at only like 20 or something.
So I mean, he's 28.
28,
Now,
I think. Yeah,
so-
which is insane to think about.
Yeah, a lot of these fighters are just coming in at 28.
Yeah, and he has fought. Imagine like staying in the UFC for 8 years and being championship level and fighting those
dominating
kind of guys.
people.
That says it all right there.
Yep.
I mean, and he's not with a real big team.
No, not
like
really,
His team
no.
in Hawaii is like, I mean, he's really like, who Yancy Medeiros is really the only other guy in the UFC that's come out of there, and he's not like I wouldn't really call him like a top level guy yet.
Right.
So that's kind of a crazy thing. He comes out of a smaller camp, and he's just a beast.
Yeah, he's just one of those guys that has it, and
Mm-hmm.
but he was, he's been tested. He tried to go up a weight class. Lost to Poirier in a good fight.
Yeah, which is like we know what Poirier is. I mean,
Yeah, we
Poirier
did.
is
We
one
just
of
saw.
the greatest. Yeah, that fight with Hooker he just had was
Amazing.
one of the best fights I've ever seen.
So yeah, I mean, he's got, and then he had this loss to Volkanovski in the first fight.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's got to try to get back on track with this fight.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. This is a like a crossroads fight kind of for Holloway. So he lost to Volkanovski once already. It was a competitive fight, but he definitely did lose that fight.
Yeah.
With some adjustments, he could win that fight, but Volkanovski is also going to make adjustments. It's not just going to be like, same fighter. But if Holloway loses this fight, he's lost twice to the champion.
Yeah.
You very, very rarely get a third fight with a champion like that.
I mean,
he'd
look
have
at
to put
DC.
he'd have to put in some work, you know. So what does he do if he loses?
Right.
Does he go up to lightweight with just every killer on the planet? Is
Yeah.
on that
to the
division?
craziest division.
The
on
top 5
Earth.
in that division is the scariest ever.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it's just so crazy.
Yeah, you got. I mean, you got
Khabib for one, the
right.
scariest
You
human
got
on the
Gaethje.
planet.
You
Gaethje.
got
Poirier's right there.
Poirier's up
Ferguson,
there. Ferguson. Yeah, I mean,
Hooker.
ugh.
Like the top 5 in that division is crazy. So this is kind of a crossroads fight for Holloway.
Yeah, because
we'll see.
Yeah, because if he does lose, I mean, you just try to build yourself back up in the division and hope.
Yeah,
that,
fight 2 or 3 more guys.
You know,
and-
really the way it would be is if whoever fights Volkanovski next would beat him, and then Holloway comes back and he could fight a new champion.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
But does he go up a weight class, and where would he get a top 5 immediately? Like I don't.
Yeah, and what?
Who knows? But
And
I wouldn't take it if I was him.
Really, I think, like we were saying too, I think anybody like 6 and up in the lightweight division, like ranked 6 or up, Holloway could probably beat.
Yeah.
But anybody in that top 5, I just don't see it.
Yeah.
You saw it when Poirier hit him. When he just reacted every time he was reacting.
it's different.
He's got a chin on him.
Oh yeah, he'll
but
take a
you just
beating
don't
for sure.
want to
But
test that all the time.
yeah, and you don't want your next move to go to a new weight class and just get dominated.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
lose 2 or 3 fights and then be done. But he can't really go down either.
Oh no, there ain't no way.
There's
he's
no
going
way he could go down.
He's
Yeah.
5'11".
Yeah, there's no way he's going down.
Huge.
So
for
I mean,
45.
he isn't. Like you said, he's in that crossroad deal. Like he
Yeah.
really needs to win this fight, or at worst, he would need to really have a good showing.
Yeah.
Make it a split decision, or
Yeah.
make it really tough. And if he lost, then his stock is still there.
Yeah.
Not that it's going to go down that much, even if he loses, but it does put him in that weird situation
Yeah, it
where
puts him in a weird spot.
if he does come back and win 3 fights in a row, and Volkanovski's still the champ,
Yeah, is
Do they do-
Volkanovski even going to take that
yeah,
fight?
do
I
they
mean,
take that,
why?
or
But it's one of those things where, I thought Holloway going into that last fight was going to win it. You just everything you had to go on, you're like, all right, he's going to
Yeah.
win this fight. But Volkanovski, that team, it's City Kickboxing, I think.
Yep.
And it's with Adesanya and Hooker and all those guys.
Yeah,
Like,
they're turning
those
them
guys,
out.
Yeah, those guys that's a camp right there, man. Those are good. And I'm sorry, but I don't know the coach's name there. But he does a phenomenal job with those guys. And he, Holloway's one of those guys that has to like get going. He's a volume guy, tapping him, get
Yep.
going, and he starts getting his confidence up. He starts
Oh, yeah.
talking, and he's like, once he gets that, he's almost unstoppable.
Yeah, but that's so hard to do against Volkanovski because he's just a little bulldog.
Yeah, and he was doing a lot of feints. Those city kickboxing guys feint a
Yeah.
lot, and the leg kicks.
Yeah,
The leg kicks were like stopping him, like before he
Yeah.
could start. Every time they were like stopping him dead. So
yeah. He didn't give Holloway a chance to like get into a rhythm.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Holloway needs that in a fight.
yeah, he
So-
does.
Yeah. So if Holloway can figure out a way to, stop Volkanovski from that crazy movement and tag him a few times, get his respect right off the bat.
Yeah.
And he can start, getting his range and really getting into like a groove, then it's a good night for Holloway.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And you always heard in interviews, Holloway would say, this was like a few fights ago, he would say, these guys are only getting level 1. I haven't even showed him level 2 or 3 yet.
Right.
Like he's talking about his ground game, his jiu-jitsu and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I would like to see now him start to implement that stuff.
Yeah.
Shoot for a takedown, go for some scrambles,
Right.
like that only makes the other person think more and have more to deal with.
Yeah.
I think that's, if you have those skills, always use them.
Yeah.
Don't just sit there and rely on your hands and try to sit there and outbox people all the
Right.
time. You don't have to.
And, you know, it's such a weird stat you were looking at earlier with the height difference versus the reach difference.
Yeah, you would never believe it.
Yeah.
Holloway just has like short arms, I guess.
Yeah. Well, he's 5'11", and Volkanovski's 5'6", but Volkanovski has a 2.5 reach advantage,
which is just so
and
strange.
he has a strength advantage.
Yeah, I would
say he has
so
a strength
too.
advantage.
He's just, like
those
you said,
short,
he's
stocky
built
guys.
just-
Yeah. So if it does go to the ground, that's an interesting way to look at it too, because long guys like Holloway generally would have an advantage on the ground for throwing up submissions, triangles, different things like that.
Yep.
But a stronger guy can get out of those things, flip, reverse, just muscle his way out and get up.
Yeah.
So it's really an interesting scenario if it does go to the ground.
Yeah, I would like to see it go to the ground a little bit. I don't know that I've ever seen Volkanovski go to the ground or like get taken
Not
to the ground
standing
or anything
any
like
length
that.
of time,
So, I always like that when there's a little bit of a scramble. Like we were talking about the Poirier Hooker fight that was just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Well, that fight went to the ground. They scrambled. There were submission attempts. They were getting out. Like that's part of fighting, man. When it flows like that and goes like that, it makes it so fun to watch.
I mean, there's obviously fighters that are boring to watch on the ground.
Yeah, because they stall and do different things.
They're boring to someone that doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, it's a chess match when you're down there with two high level grapplers.
Neither one wants to make a mistake.
Yeah, because it just takes the one mistake.
Yeah.
But a lot of guys that are in those fast scrambles and fast transitions, it's entertaining.
Oh yeah, it's really fun to watch.
So,
and I'm rooting for Holloway in this fight. I like Volkanovski a lot. Both these guys are like super nice guys. They're excellent fighters. This is the top of
but if
UFC.
you're gonna like a dude in the UFC, Holloway's the dude.
Holloway is the dude.
You just be like, I like that. I want to go hang out with that dude.
I do. Yeah, I barely can understand him talk.
Oh no, he's got an impediment.
He's got that Hawaiian in him.
Yeah.
But he's such a good dude, and like seeing him with his son all the time,
Oh, it's crazy.
He's such a good role model for his kid, even when he loses and everything. He's just such a good person. But one thing I am very excited about in this fight is the no fans.
Yes.
Because
Holloway
talks a lot.
He talks his shit.
He talks a lot. And I was watching one of his last fights, and who caught him? Somebody caught him with a punch. Oh, it was the Ortega fight.
Yeah.
Ortega catches him with a punch, and he gets caught clean. He backs up and he claps like this, and he's like thumbs up, like good job, all right.
But we're gonna fight now.
Yeah, so like I like that stuff. He's not being an asshole or anything. He loves the fight.
Yep.
So
and I'm digging the no fans, but
I have really enjoyed that.
I don't miss them at all.
Yeah, I really don't.
Except for the one we weren't at.
Yeah.
The one we got canceled
when
from.
we were the fans. That kind of sucked.
Yeah, I wanted to be I wanted fans at that one. But
yeah.
Other than that, no.
Yeah, no big deal. So yeah, as far as how this fight goes, I want to pick Holloway in this fight just because I like him so much. I don't want to see him lose.
Yeah.
It creates a really interesting scenario if he does lose, though.
Right.
Because then it's like the drama of
Yeah.
like, all right, what's going to happen? Where's he going? What's he going to do?
But if he wins,
that's also creates some cool stuff too. So
it would almost have to be an immediate trilogy
fight. Yeah.
Volkanovski gave him the opportunity.
Yeah, they would be 1-1. I just think that Volkanovski's team has him figured out too much. I think like interrupting his flow is, like you said, one of the biggest things that you have to do, and you have to stop him before he gets started. But if Holloway can get that flow going, man, he's just almost unbeatable.
It's hard to stop.
It's a hard one to call for me.
Yep. But we will find out. We'll find out Saturday night.
Yep.
And if you get to watch the fight, or if you don't get to watch the fight, check us out after the fight for the post-fight show.
Exactly how it went down, everything that went on.
Tell you how wrong we were, how right we were.
Yeah, mostly wrong. But
mostly wrong.
But no big deal.
But make sure you're liking this video. Hit subscribe. Hit the notification bell. That way you get all these videos when we put them out.
Yep.
And we appreciate the support.
Yeah, we definitely do. Thank you guys
Yep.
for
And
listening to this.
Exactly. So check out the next video. That'll be tomorrow. We're going to discuss the main event that could be.
Yeah, the falling out of the actual main event.
Right. The Usman Burns is over. And is there a replacement?
Yeah.
It's
Or who would be a good replacement?
Who would be a good replacement?
We'll talk about that.
So yeah, check us out for that video tomorrow.
All right.
Later, guys.
Later, guys.